And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant Johnson. And tonight, we're seeing the second half of this doubleheader with Ouachita hosting Southeastern Oklahoma State and the Savage Storm. And Grant, with that women's game resulting in a Southeastern win, the men's team now for Ouachita hoping to prevent a 2-0 night for the team from Durant.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams are coming off of a loss, which, obviously never want to have that. I think Ouachita kind of has the upper hand in this game, at least from what stats say. Ouachita's number 3 in the Great American Conference. And then Southeastern, I had them at number, I think, 9 is what it was. And so, yeah, both teams should be a hard-fought one. Southeastern produces a lot of turnovers, which we have seen in Ouachita, it can really get them for sure if they work too fast or they play a little bit faster than their normal play. That can really get them. So if Ouachita can just, not really force costly turnovers, play their game, I think they should be all right.
And beating Ouachita here in the Bill is not an easy task. Both of Ouachita's losses here at home have been in overtime. First against Southern Arkansas back before the break back in December, and then that last loss was here in Bill Vining Arena, a thriller when it came down to Harding taking down the Tigers 89-84 in overtime. So Grant, this team fights and they fight hard. They're able to send games to overtime just based off of their ability to make shots. The man that makes the most shots for this Ouachita squad, I feel like it goes without saying, Hobart Grayson, the 6'6" forward out of Gonzales, Louisiana, has had, for lack of a better word, an incredible season for the Tigers. He leads the conference in points per game, averaging 24.5 points an outing, also leading the conference in rebounds per game at 11.2 rebounds per game. He's the guy to watch for this Ouachita squad, and Sean Williams right behind him with 5th in the conference in points per game as well. This team can put up points and put them up in a hurry.
Yeah, for sure. If Southeastern is going to have a chance, they're going to have to stop those two guys. It's going to be really tough. I guess you just got to get back on fast breaks. Can't allow them to really break out and be more athletic than you. I kind of talked about it in the SAU game that Ouachita is a very athletic team, and if you can make them kind of play half-court offense and not let them beat you down the court and post you up and beat you down low, then you'll have a chance. Maybe try to make them shoot some threes, but Sean Williams and Gavin Snyder will really make you pay for that. So, we've talked about it before. Ouachita's a hard team to beat, and it's going to be hard to beat them tonight for sure.
And Southeastern Oklahoma State, not a team that's going to play you well on the defensive end. 3rd in the conference, though, in team offense, and that's really what sustained this team. They averaged 78.9 points per game, contrary to allowing 79.5. Ouachita, on the other hand, 1st in the conference in team offense. They average, and Grant, I'm not misspeaking here, 84.4 points per game. That's just an incredible number, something that many thought they wouldn't be able to sustain into conference play. But behind the scoring of Grayson and Williams, that really has been something that just about any team in the GAC has had to be aware of, and most of the time unable to be able to cover.
And we've talked about it before. This new Ouachita team is very different than what we've seen in the past as far as all the guys and all the pieces and puzzles that come into it. We talked about Gavin Snyder, who had a really good game in that SAU game, coming off the bench and just really producing. So, there's tons of pieces to this puzzle that makes this Ouachita team that great.
And just about a minute away from starting lineup introductions, the guy you need to look out for Southeastern, that's DJ Dill. In the conference, he averages 14.9 points per game, and just plenty of scorers on this Southeastern squad, not just Dill, that can produce. And really, the scoring for them has just come all around the clock for just about any player on that roster. Yeah,
for sure. DJ Dill is only a freshman guard, so we're going to see a lot of him in years to come. I got Landon Condiff at 11.5 points per game, leads the team in 3 points. So that's kind of a guy you don't want to let heat up from the three-point land.
Also, Robert Briley as well. So that's 3 players averaging over 10 a game for Southeastern. And now just 22 seconds before the introduction of your starting lineup. Grant, final thoughts.
I got Ouachita on this one for sure. I think if they play their game, do what they've been doing, they should be all right.
And Ouachita favored in this one, but let's see if they can come out with a win. Last time they met up, it was a Southeastern win in Durant. But we'll swing it over to Casey Model for the starting lineup introductions.
Tiger Nation, welcome to Bill Vining Arena for tonight's great American Conference contest featuring the Savage Storm of Southeastern Oklahoma State University against your Ouachita Tigers! Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our contest this evening, we would like to pause and remember the victims of yesterday's tragedy in the air over Washington, D.C. To honor the memory of those innocents, we ask you now to join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Southeastern Oklahoma Savage Storm. Freshman guard from Grafarvogur, Iceland, number 2, Daniel Halderson. Junior guard from Lancaster, Texas, number 11, Jaden Williams. Sophomore guard from Guadalajara, Mexico, number 13, Santiago Camacho Gomez. Junior forward from Rockwall, Texas, number 35, Chandler Dickinson. And junior forward from Wright City, Oklahoma, number 45, Robert Briley. The head coach of the Savage Storm is Kelly Green. The assistant coach is Ryan Quinn. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Junior guard from Houston, Texas, number 2, P.J. Neal. Junior forward from Gonzales, Louisiana, number 5, Hobart Grayson. Junior forward from Terrell, Texas, number 21, Devin Franklin. Senior guard from Vivian, Louisiana, number 3, Reggie Martin. And graduate guard from St. Louis, Missouri, number 22, Sean Williams. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coaches are Levin Thornton and Rashad Stringfield.
And with pre-game celebrations finished off, we're just a mere couple seconds away from the start of this game. Starting the game first for Southeastern, number 2, Daniel Halderson, number 11, Jalen Williams, number 13, Santiago Camaro Gomez, number 35, Chandler Dickinson, and number 45, Robert Briley. The redshirt freshman out of Wright City is the leading scorer in this starting lineup, with both DJ Dill alongside Condiff also sitting to start this one. For Ouachita, in the middle is Hobart Grayson alongside Devin Franklin, and then P.J. Neal, Sean Williams, and Reggie Martin are your 3 guards. Tip-off goes to Ouachita. Here's Neal. Grayson the drive, looking for penetration. Here's Martin. He's got Devin Franklin open, and they're going to start the game off with a slam.
Nice pick and roll action early on.
And Devin Franklin puts his team on the board with authority. Here's Halderson. Switch onto Grayson. Drive inside. Here's Dickinson. Briley back to Halderson. Shot clock ticking down. Pass out in the corner. The 3 misses everything. Jalen Williams cannot get the shot to fall. Hobart Grayson driving on Dickinson. Nice find in the corner. Good passing by Ouachita. Sean Williams keeping the defense on their toes. Hobart Grayson from the corner. That one's no good. And Devin Franklin, good effort to try to save it, but that one's going to sail out of bounds. Ouachita still leads by 2 to start this one.
I know Ouachita didn't convert there, but if Southeastern's going to have a chance, they're going to have to stop that fast break early on.
And right now, P.J. Neal giving Halderson problems in the backcourt. Dickinson, pass over to Gomez. Southeastern passing it around. Williams. Here's Halderson, the drive. Got an opening, and he's going to get the nice dump off to Robert Briley to start the scoring for the Savage Storm tonight. And Grayson, he's got a wide open Williams, and it's a one-on-one already. Sean Williams lob up to Franklin, and Devin Franklin, he wanted it all there.
It looked just like the other night. We may have a little dunk fest.
And one thing you can say about this Ouachita team is they are fun to watch. As backing him down, and that's a steal for PJ Neal. Grayson, he's got numbers. A shot on the inside is no good, just a bit short on the layup. Back the other way is Halderson. Ouachita, they've had good opportunities so far. Dickinson on the three, no good. Neither team has really been able to get anything going so far as we near 2.5 minutes elapsed in this one.
And Southeastern's only 34.8% from three-point land coming into this game, so I think Ouachita's going to try to let them just keep shooting that three-point.
And Martin loses it on the fast break as Gomez, and just can't get it to go. This game just being played in the open court, and Grayson, he's going to draw the blocking foul, and that sends Jalen Williams to the floor. Slow to get up is the native of Lancaster, Texas, but he's going to get up. Grayson, he'll head to the line for two. Hobart Grayson on the season, shooting 74% from the stripe.
And Ouachita as a team is 73.9% from free throw.
And just taking a second to wipe up some sweat on the floor. Bit of a tumble was taken that time by Williams. And the native of the same hometown as many talented players. One that comes to mind from Lancaster High School, Wade Taylor Jr., the player out of Texas A&M.
I think something to note coming into this game is Southeastern is 2-4 in away games, and we've got a pretty good crowd tonight, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. The crowd has really come up from these past couple games. That Harding crowd, one of the best we've seen, and I'm sure that at the Battle of the Ravine in just a couple days from now, we'll expect even a bigger crowd as substitutions for Southeastern coming in. Number 3, Landon Condiff, and number 23, DJ Dill, the two leading scorers for this Southeastern squad. Grayson on the second shot, and that one's no good as well. Uncharacteristically goes 0 for 2 at the line there.
Hey, DJ, what's that mess we got on our head?
Handoff, here's Halderson. Dickinson, he's guarded by Hobart Grayson. Looking for a teammate. He's finally got Halderson. Shot clock ticking down, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pass outside. Dickinson, he's gonna pull up from deep, and that one's no good, just a bit short. He gets his own rebound, and he's gonna draw the foul. Good effort that time by Chandler Dickinson. He's gonna get his first two shots from the line tonight.
You've got to box that guy out. They played such good defense up until that point, making him take a little last 2-second shot, and I mean, you just got to box that guy out.
On the season from the stripe, Chandler Dickinson, he shot 58% from that range. That time he gets that one to go. Takes the second one, and that one's no good. Rebound to Ouachita. They have yet to score in the past 2:25. Only one score, and that one is was on that Devin Franklin dunk. Here's Grayson, backing down Halderson, and he's going to draw the foul. 2 more attempts from the line are going to go for him. He was 0 for 2 earlier. Hopefully, he hopes to get on track here.
And we've seen him be a pretty great free throw shooter, I would say, especially late in the games. We saw in the SAU game he came clutch with some great free throw shots, and same with that Henderson game as well.
First shot up for Grayson. He knocks it down. That's his first point of the game. With 16:29 remaining in the first half. Substitutions for Washita. Coming in, Gavin Snyder and Rollin Belton. And then for Southeastern, coming in, number 20, Ethan Wilkerson.
I think Gavin Snyder might be one of my favorite players on the team. He just always comes off with great energy, and he's not a starter, but gets his points and almost got a rebound right there.
And Grayson can't get the second one to fall. He's 1 for 4 from the stripe today. This game's tied up at 3. An uncharacteristic rock fight between both of these teams so far. Here's Dill with the ball on the drive. Pass out, and the three's no good. Clings off the near side for Robert Briley and Washita. They're going to go back the other way. Sean Williams on the drive. The fader is no good over Dill, and Washita still can't take the cap off the basket.
Yeah, it's just not falling right now. I think if they keep shooting, it eventually will.
And here's Halderson. He's guarded by Snyder. In the corner, he's got Dill. DJ Dill on the shot is no good. And just neither team shooting too well so far. Both teams to start are 2 for 11 from the field as Sean Williams is able to get the layup to go.
Great move and the dishing off to Sean Williams to finish it.
It's going to give Washita the lead, their first since 2-0. Halderson pass to Dill. He is the leading scorer on this squad, and there's a foul away from the ball. They're going to credit that one towards Southeastern, possibly, but for now, that'll be the first media timeout of the first half. Washita leads 5-3, 15-13 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back with you on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say, "Oh, a cheetah."
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, a cheetah.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena, where in this rock fight of a game, Washita leads 5-3 with just under 4 minutes elapsed in this game. Grant, so far, neither team really able to get it going from the field. Washita 2 for 6 and Southeastern 1 for 7. How do you anticipate this game needs to change for either team if they want to come out on top here?
I mean, the shots have got to start falling for both teams. Something to note coming into this game is Southeastern really wasn't much of a three-point team at all. Only shot 8.1 per game on average, and they're already at 4 in this first 4 or 5 minutes. And so, I mean, that's something to note for sure if you're a Washita. I know they haven't made it yet, but it looks like they're going to do a lot of off-ball screens and try to get a man open on three-point land.
And both teams running back out to the court. On that last play, it was a Washita foul. That one was credited towards Reggie Martin, so it'll stay with Southeastern. Pass into Gomez. Southeastern passing it around. The three from Dill is no good. That's 5 threes, and Gavin Snyder running on the break. Handoff to Williams. Finds Snyder. Thinks about it. Rollin Belton battling in the post, and that one rattles out for him. Rebound to Gomez, back the other way of the Savage Storm. Here's Wilkerson. Savage Storm unable to really get too many attempts from inside the arc today. Most of their shots have come from 3, and there's another one. That time still no good.
And now 0 for 6 from three-point land. My goodness.
Here's Hobart Grayson. And to the rack is the big man out of Gonzales, Louisiana. That's 3 for him on the game. And Washita leads by 4 now.
Just unstoppable. Don't let that guy get hot.
Wilkerson looking for an open man. Southeastern unable to get the ball moving too much so far. Wilkerson, he's going to take the 3, and that one clings off the left side. Gavin Snyder, he got the rebound, back the other way. MJ Leslie pull up from 3, and that one misses everything. Neither team able to make anything go from 3 so far. Ouachita 0 for 2, and like you said, Southeastern 0 for 6. Up and under is good that time for Ethan Wilkerson. The native of Madill, Oklahoma, is going to start off 1 for 2.
And Southeastern's already trying to press early on.
Grayson to the rack, and the soft touch. Can't get it to go. 3 that time is no good for Condiff. Just continuing to be a rock fight tonight in the blazing hot arena that is Bill Vining Arena so far. Air conditioning not running tonight, and you can definitely tell. Williams, pull up from 3. He's going to draw the foul. Shot's no good, but give him 3 attempts from the line. And if there's a guy you want to send to the line, Sean Williams is that dude. 87% from the stripe this season, and he'll get 3 here.
And Ouachita's 25% free throw percentage in this game. He's looking to better that right here.
And so far, just the rims rejecting just about every shot that these teams have put up. Ouachita on the game shooting 30%, and Southeastern shooting 16.7%. Both teams trying to take the cap off the basket.
It must be in the air or something. I don't know. It's pretty bad on both ends. I've never seen a Ouachita shoot this poorly.
Williams, his first shot is good. It's going to add to the cushion that his team has. Going to bring it up to 3 points. Williams, the native of St. Louis, Missouri, transfer from CSU Bakersfield, and before that, out of Manhattan, Kansas State. So Williams has been all around the country to play college basketball, now here in Arkadelphia, suiting up for the Tigers. And the third attempt, he puts it up, and it's good. He goes 3 for 3 at the line, and that's really going to help the percentages of this team as he goes out. Coming in for him, the freshman Crew Flowers.
We didn't see too much of him in the last game versus SAU.
Here's Gomez. Southeastern looking to get back on track now. Here's Condiff, left side. Into Gomez, backing down Snyder. Shot over Snyder, that one's no good. Hobart Grayson on the rebound.
Had the mixed match they wanted, just couldn't convert.
And with Snyder guarding you, is that really a mismatch? Especially with, even though he's 5'11", he's definitely strong. That time unable to get the 3 to go, but Gavin Snyder, not just a strong player in the post, but also a strong player from behind the arc. He leads the GAC in three-point percentage this year, shooting 56.8% from that range.
Yeah, I'd like to see him start taking even more three-point shots.
And Gomez is going to start the possession with the ball, passes it to Dickinson. Here's Wilkerson trying to get it to Gomez. Pull-up jump shot is good. And Santiago Camaro Gomez is able to get that one to go.
And now Southeastern denying the basketball on the inbound. Looks like Coach Nutt's going to have to call a timeout.
And that'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. And Grant, with Southeastern running this full-court press and really starting off very slow, how do you think that that's going to affect him later in this game?
I think it might wear both teams down. I think Ouachita's got them as far as athletically and stamina-wise. We have a pretty good depth and great roster, so I think they're almost kind of running themselves out.
And with that, we're going to send it to a quick break, and we'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
And we're back here in Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita holding on to a 3-point lead here with 11:46 remaining in the first half. And Grant, I use the term rock fight. I might even use the term slugfest so far. Neither team really able to make their shots so far. 10-7 is the score, and we're just over halfway through this first half. What needs to change for Southeastern after they're shooting 3 for 14 from the field.
I feel like they need to stop shooting as many three-point shots. They've started kind of converting to the inside and finding kind of mixed matches down low as well, and I think they just have to keep shooting inside, not as much from three-point land.
Ouachita interior defense has really been able to keep them out of the paint so far. As that full court press, they're going to call the foul on Jalen Williams. Passes into Crew Flowers. That'll be Williams' first foul of the contest. Excuse me, that'll be his second foul of the contest. It'll go right back to Ouachita. Hobart Grayson passing it in. And this full court press, something you expect to see late in the second half. And falling to the ground, Landon Condiff, and that is a scary injury. Non-contact, something you do not want to see. And with that, we're going to send it to a quick break as they nurse Condiff right now. And we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And before that timeout, Landon Condiff falling to the ground with a non-contact injury. And subbing in for him, Tyler Long, the redshirt freshman out of Ponder, Texas. You don't see him on the court too often, but with Condiff out right now, head coach Kelly Green having to go deeper into his bench.
And thankfully he got up and walked off. He's looking fine now. I expect to see him return later into the game.
And here's Snyder. Ouachita continuing the handoffs. Belton and Leslie thought about the three. He's going to get it to Snyder in the corner, and that one falls short. Snyder starts off 0 for 2. Here's Halderson. Double screen. Going to take it to the rack, and that one misses everything. That one's stolen by MJ Leslie, and he's going to keep the ball. A little bit of an odd sequence there. Out to Grayson for three, and that one is laces. Hobart Grayson, that's his second field goal of the contest, and he's got 6 now.
And finally from three-point land, the first three-pointer of the game for Ouachita.
Williams with a 3, and that one no good. Southeastern continuing their drought from deep. Grayson, he's got Snyder. To the rack is the sophomore, and he gets it to go. That's going to send head coach Kelly Green into a timeout, and he wants to talk to his team. As we stay here, Grant, Ouachita now, that's a 5-point run for them quickly out of the timeout, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're head coach Dennis Knight.
Yeah, definitely. I think Southeastern is kind of wearing down. We've seen them kind of straight jump into this full court press, and it's a little bit of a different press, and I think it kind of threw Ouachita off for maybe a minute or two. A lot of the time you see teams run a full court zone, and you don't really see it as much as deny basketball right off the jump. So I think kind of started Ouachita at first, and I think they're starting to get a hang of it now.
Well, it was a good idea by head coach Kelly Green to slow this Ouachita team down, not get them running too quickly to start, but in an environment like this where there's not much air conditioning running and it's really hot here in Bill Vining Arena, it's really hard to keep up a full court press versus a team that's athletic and quick.
Definitely. I think Southeastern has the pieces to do it, but I don't know if they have the pieces against Ouachita.
And Dickinson, that one's stolen by Snyder. He's got no one in front of him, and he's going to lay it up on the left side. Gavin Snyder, he's made his last 2, and this is what's really started this Ouachita run. And nice pass down to Briley. He's going to draw the foul from Franklin and give him 2 at the line.
Southeastern is 50% from free throw land in today's game.
On the season, Briley shooting an even 80% from the free throw stripe. He's 32 for 40 on the season. So definitely a guy that can make shots at the line. First shot is up and good. Robert Briley, this is his 3rd season with Southeastern Oklahoma State. And he's been an impact player on this team all 3 of those years. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound to Hobart Grayson. Expect me to say that a lot tonight as he leads the conference in rebounds per game. Grayson, top of the key, guarded by Halderson. Here's Leslie. Crew Flowers looking for a man. Grayson with the pull-up, and that one's no good. Clings off the backside of the rim. And Briley, some issues getting it to a teammate, but he's able to get it to Long. Tyler Long pass to the corner. Gomez trying to get it under the basket. That one's no good. Crew Flowers on the rebound. Ouachita back the other way. This game still starting off slow. And the pass in by Leslie. He's batted away by Halderson. It's going to stay Ouachita ball. They lead by 9 now after a 7-0 run.
And we've seen all kinds of subs from this Southeastern team. We knew coming into it there really wasn't just one player that scores a bunch. It's kind of evenly spread, you could say.
Here's Leslie looking for an open man. Snyder looking for an open man. He's got Franklin on the left side. Shot clock ticking down. Devin Franklin, strong take on the inside, no good off the front of the rim. Halderson, drive towards the middle. Kick out to Long. And Tyler Long, he's the first man to make a shot from deep today for Southeastern. And they're going to start off 10% from three-point range.
Yeah, 1 for 10. They've shot in way more shots from three-point land than what we've seen.
He's got Leslie from 3, and that one misses everything. Franklin gets the rebound, and it's going to go off the foot of Ethan Wilkerson. It'll stay Ouachita basketball as they send in 3 different subs. Sean Williams, P.J. Neal, and Reggie Martin coming in for Gavin Snyder, Crew Flowers. And that'll be it. The starting rotation in for Ouachita.
And Ouachita's at 16.7 three-point percentage. We don't see that very often.
Neal, he'll be passing it in. He's got to throw it way down the court. And here's Williams.
And they're trying to draw up a play, but they only have 8 seconds to do it.
And nice handoff to Franklin. And he wanted the dunk, but he'll take the layup. That's 4 points for Devin Franklin.
2 points is 2 points.
Halderson, handoff to Long. P.J. Neal hounding him on defense. Halderson back with the ball. Tyler Long pull up over Neal. And that one went in and out. It'll be a foul on the rebound. Credit that to Devin Franklin. That'll be his 2nd personal of the game. 4th team for Ouachita.
And Southeastern 1 for 11 from three-point land.
And that's just good defense that time. The pass by Wilkerson batted right out of bounds by Hobart Grayson. Good active hands by the junior. Pass into Gomez to Long. And here's Wilkerson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock ticking down, 5 seconds. Halderson's got to get a shot up. And the floater's no good. And good active defense by Southeastern.
And they gave it to Southeastern.
And the referee doubling down on the call. Head coach Dennis Nutt irate right now. But for now, let the referees talk it over as we send it to a break. Ouachita leads 19-11, 7:47 left in the first half here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And welcome back to the Bill here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Right now the Tigers in a battle. They lead 19-11 in this rock fight of a game over Southeastern Oklahoma State. Before the timeout, a controversial call on the swat out of bounds. It's going back to Southeastern. And Grant, what did you see?
Yeah, I thought it was out of bounds on Southeastern. Not really sure about the call. Didn't get a replay or anything on it. Not that I saw. But from what I've seen so far, Southeastern is taking a lot of three-point shots. I think if I was a coach, I'd kind of minimize that and look for more shots down low where they have a better shot of it.
Halderson to pass it in. The Southeastern team, very young. Halderson, one of the many freshmen on this team that have been impact players. Long with the three. No good. And Franklin is able to grab the rebound. Ouachita a chance to go up by double digits. Williams, and that three is blocked. Good defense that time by Robert Briley, and Southeastern back the other way. Briley on the break, that one's no good. Halderson able to grab the rebound. It'll stay Southeastern possession. He's gonna take the three, and no good. The three ball continuing to miss for the Savage Storm. And Grant, like we've talked about all game, now they're 1 for 13.
And I know that block might have seemed a little insignificant from Sean Williams, but it's going to be tough for him to find his three-point back, but there we go.
And the shot over Briley, stares down the man himself after the shot as well, wanted to make sure that he can shoot over the redshirt freshman as the steal by Martin. And the handoff goes to Franklin. He's going to draw the foul, give him 2 shots at the line.
I'm waiting for another big dunk pretty soon.
And with this Ouachita team, you can't go too long without seeing a play that might hit Sports Center top 10. Last game, we saw Hobart Grayson get himself 3 highlight reel dunks, and then Devin Franklin, one of his own as well. And one of those Hobart Grayson dunks actually going for a call of the week. Credit to Grant and I for making the Sportscaster Talent Association of America calls of the week.
Yeah, I think I might have lost my voice after that game. A lot of screaming and hollering from me.
And Franklin knocks down the first one on the season. Devin Franklin shooting 62.5% from the line. Ouachita now with a 12-point lead. This is their largest tonight. Still, though, way below their season average. And with 6:45 left in the first half, nowhere close to that 84, nowhere close to being on pace for that 84 points per game that they're known for. Halderson, he takes the ball down. His team trails by 13 now. They have not scored in over 2 minutes. Halderson taking it inside, he'll back it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wilkerson looking for an opportunity. Shot over Grayson is good. Ethan Wilkerson over the much stronger defender, able to get the shot to go.
Yeah, Southeastern is going to have to continue to shoot it down low if they're going to have a chance.
Hand off to Grayson, hand off to Neal. Ouachita looking for a gap in the defense. Williams over to Grayson. He'll pull it from deep. And that one no good. Can't even hit the rim there as Southeastern back the other way. Dill over Franklin. And no good. He's just going to toss it behind him. Hand off to Martin. And Reggie Martin give him 2. Those are his first 2 of the game.
A great pass from Williams to Martin there on the finish.
And this Ouachita team, they're just throwing things up. You see Devin Franklin just chuck it behind his back. He's like, Sean Williams is down there somewhere. Halderson looking to penetrate the defense. Gets around Williams, but Devin Franklin with the steal. PJ Neal on the drive. And Reggie Martin can't get the hook to go. And good save by Franklin. Floater by Martin, that time is good. He missed the first one, but got it back and got the drive to go. And that'll send us to a timeout. Head coach Kelly Green wants to talk to his team. We'll stay here. Teams are staying on the court. And Grant, this is seeming like all Ouachita's game right now. They lead 28-13.
Yeah, I think they came with a little bit of fire since they lost to them away out at Southeastern last time. So obviously playing with a little bit of fire, and Southeastern hasn't had a response for anything so far.
And Ouachita, after starting out conference play 0-3, They've picked things up tremendously. They now are tied for third in the conference, and a win tonight would do wonders for that. They do have the tiebreaker right now. They would be third, a 3 seed in the GAC conference tournament if it were to end today. But with a win on the road at Oklahoma Baptist, they also have the advantage over the Bison as well. Ouachita would move to 8-5 with a win today.
Yeah, it'd be huge for them, even as a spark-wise. They're coming off of a loss, and so just winning this game would be huge.
The pass in will go to Santiago Camaro Gomez. Southeastern looking for a spark here. Ouachita in the middle of an 11-2 run. And Franklin going to be whistled for the foul, and now he's in dangerous territory. That's 3 fouls for the big man. It's going to send him to the bench. Coming in is Gavin Snyder.
And I feel like I see a new face for Southeastern every single dead ball. Lots of subs in this game.
Here's Gomez. He'll send it into Wilkerson. And that one's stolen by P.J. Neal, and a late call as P.J. Neal not happy about that one. And Ouachita fans not as well. Neal will be whistled for his first foul of the contest. And you know, Grant, you don't want to see plays like that called so late.
Not at all, especially if you're a player or a coach. You want to see it get called right away, and late call there favoring Southeastern.
And the pass into Wilkerson, almost wrestled away from him. He'll keep the ball, and nice pass to Halderson, but it's back the other way. Martin in midair, he just loses it. Good defense that time by Gomez, and it'll stay Ouachita basketball.
And I think Martin talked to Neal there and said, yeah, that's my fault. I was a little bit selfish there. Could have dumped it off for an easy layup.
Snyder pass inside to Grayson. Hober Grayson no good. Battling for the rebound. They'll say it was out on him. Hober Grayson still has not really been able to get things going so far. Only 25% from the field. He's still got 6 though. Substitution for Southeastern again. Coming in number 3, Landon Condiff. Good to see him healthy and okay.
It looks like Ouachita is going to apply a little bit of pressure here. They normally just kind of full court press and try to force a turnover. Not many traps or anything off of that.
Here's Gomez. Looking for a teammate. He's got Condiff. The drive and the roll. Unlucky for him. And they're going to call that one out on Southeastern. Ouachita will take the ball from the sideline. Not a very advantageous spot. They're trapped in the corner here, and the Southeastern pressure.
Yeah, they love to face guard. You're going to have to set them a screen or something to find somebody open.
And Reggie Martin just found wide open, and he'll give Sean Williams the ball and let him miss the 3. But Reggie Martin on the follow. 6'2", but plays much bigger than that is Reggie Martin, the native of Vivian, Louisiana.
And he's got 6 tonight.
That one no good by Dill, but he's going to get his own rebound and get fouled. DJ Dill, he'll head to the line after the break. 3:39 left in this one. Ouachita with a big 30-13 lead here in the first half. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And we're back here live from Bill Vining Arena. It's Ouachita sitting on a big 17-point lead after holding SAU to 1 for 7 out of their last 7 shots. The Tigers now hoping to maintain this one, as the last time these two teams faced off in Durant, it was a close win for the Savage Storm.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit off air just a second ago. This is a bit of a different game than what we usually see from a Ouachita. We usually see very good three-point percentage team, a little bit faster pace, and they're kind of playing down to their competition. I know they're up right now, but it feels as far as pace-wise, they're playing almost like it's Southeastern ball.
And with Ouachita holding on to that 17-point lead, you haven't really seen any shot making so far. Ouachita averaging 84 points per game on the season. For them to be on pace for that, they'd have to have 12 points in the next 3.5 minutes. So far, though, they've been making more than Southeastern, but still not on track for that point total, as the first one from the line is good for Dill. DJ Dill on the season, shooting 77% from the stripe. Second one is up in the air and no good off the front of the rim. Reggie Martin on the rebound. Ouachita hoping to maintain this 11-2 run, now 11-3 after that make from the stripe. Neal looking for the lob. It's a little too far, and that's out of bounds. He really wanted to get it to Grayson and maybe put a spark into this game.
And we've seen that play call a few times from Ouachita. Just not a good alley-oop pass for Grayson to bring it home.
And Grayson, he can finish those when he gets it at the right spot. But like you said, that time just a little too high for him. Southeastern, they trail by 16. Dickinson in the corner. Gomez. Shot clock ticking down. Dill in the middle, and the nice hanging layup is good for him. They go right into that full court press, something that's given Ouachita a little bit of troubles to start, but since then they've been able to temper it just a little bit.
I wouldn't doubt if coming out of halftime we see Southeastern start trapping off of those full court presses. They've kind of just been denying the ball and then falling back afterwards, but I expect to see some traps pretty soon.
Neal, nice pass to Snyder into Grayson. Hobart with the hammer is the junior out of Gonzales, Louisiana.
We were waiting for it, and we got it.
Williams, he's got Neal just a little too far forward, and Grant, man, I really wanted that one to go for another Grayson dunk.
Thought we were going to get back-to-back ones. We saw in that SAU game a few times, but couldn't get it there. Just a forced turnover out of bounds.
Here's Gomez on the right side. Ouachita, they lead by 16. Dickinson looking on the inside. Condiff in the corner. He's got Dill, wide open layup, and nice defense on the last second by Martin. Neal gets the floater to go. He thought for a second he was going to lob it up, but got the 2 points at least on the floater.
Yeah, I saw Williams point up and he wanted. I think Neal just caught it a little bit awkwardly, kind of fumbled with the ball. Couldn't get the alley-oop up to Sean Williams there.
So far, not too many players have been able to add to that highlight reel, but Ouachita hoping to add to the win column as they lead by 18. Gomez misses another three. Grayson on the fast break. And guys, we'll see what happens here. Williams on the three. Sean Williams, that's a triple for him, and he's the leading scorer in this game. He's got 13 on 3 for 6 from the field.
And he's 2 for 4 now from three-point.
Dickinson looking. He's got Briley. And Grayson gets a hand in the passing lane, and just a little bit more on the ball. It would have been back the other way.
And he wanted that one for sure. You saw the look on his face right there.
And Grant, I just feel like in this one, we're continuing to see sequences that could lead to a highlight play, but just nearly falling short. And, you know, as a broadcaster, not something you like to see.
And lots of fans here. We see it right behind us. Some of the baseball and football team. We got some volleyball and some of the social clubs around here as well. I know they all wanted a big highlight play, a big dunk there too.
On that last substitution, Flowers coming in for Sean Williams. Gomez, he's got Dickinson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dill under the basket, and that one rolls in for him. DJ Dill. He's been the biggest producer for this team so far. He's got 5 points. No player, though, over that 5-point mark in this game for Southeastern. 30 seconds left, 12 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Grayson, fader over Dickinson is good. Hobart Grayson starting to heat up a little bit. Give him double-digit points. He's 4 for 10 now.
Great find inside and great fadeaway shot. That looked way too easy for Grayson right there.
And Grant Hobart Grayson, that's a double-double for him in the first half. 10 points and 10 rebounds now. What a performance, even though he really hasn't shot too well from the field. 3 is no good. They've got time on the clock, and Grayson's going to lose it to end the half. And Ouachita's going to head to the locker room with a convincing 21-point lead. They lead 39-18. And stay with us in just a couple minutes. Grant will be joining you with Jalen Davis here for halftime stats here from Bill Vining Arena. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Continues to help make Arkadelphia a great place to call home. Ouachita is a proud member of the chamber, and joining Ouachita President Dr. Ben Sessions are Alliance representatives, President, CEO, and Ouachita parent Shelley Short, and Executive Vice President, Chamber Director, and Ouachita alumnus John Merriman. Let's give them a warm Ouachita welcome. Thank you for being here this evening.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Welcome to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined with Jalen Davis for your halftime show. A little interview time, little segment that we've got going. Any thoughts so far in today's game? Maybe take me through a few stats that have stuck out to you this far. I know it's been poor shooting on both sides. Just kind of take me through what have stuck out to you so far.
Yes, I think Ouachita has done a really good job of really attacking the glass and getting out transition. I think that's helped them a lot and going to their offensive transition as well down the floor. As you see here, Mike drives the ball, goes out for a transition 3. That's really been the tale of the story. And his first time for Ouachita, been able to build such a lead like this. I really believe it's really getting transition and really doing a good job of attacking the glass.
Kind of following up on that question, what has helped Ouachita so far in this game to hold that lead against Southeastern? I know, like you said, kind of penetrating inside and dishing back out, but is there anything else that has kind of stuck out to you as far as, we've got a big lead at Ouachita at 39. We got Southeastern at 18. Kind of talk to me about what has helped Ouachita push through this game so far, and with not making as many shots as they has hoped, continuing to keep shooting it, and just take me through that.
I really think it starts on the defensive end. I think they've really been doing a good job of having ball pressure, and it's really helped them attack the glass and be able to get back in transition. I really know that whenever they get the ball and go in transition, they really make it easier for themselves to get transition points or set their offense, find an open man, or reset their offense to be able to help them score more points, which the lead is very telling in that.
With Devin Franklin being in foul trouble early on, he's got 3 for Ouachita, and he's one of those big men, kind of the only big man that we really have. How is Southeastern going to try to take advantage of that? And I guess if you were a Southeastern coach and you saw that Devin Franklin was in trouble for Ouachita, what would you do? And I guess just kind of take me through what that locker room conversation would be like.
If I was Southeastern's head coach, I would honestly just try to get the ball down low, maybe set some backdoor screens to get maybe like the back rotation of the offense going, maybe open some more of the perimeter. I really feel like if they can utilize the mismatch down low, that can really get some points. So really start scoring some points and get maybe some transition buckets as well.
With Southeastern being down as much as they are, do you think they will continue to apply pressure as far as full court? Do you think we'll keep seeing that full court man kind of denying the basketball? Do you think they'll start trapping half court? Or I guess, what do you think they'll kind of come out with as far as defensively for Southeastern?
In the first half, I really feel like their full court press was really getting broken a lot. I think the Washita was able to move the ball and take care of the ball really well in terms of the pressure of half court and full court. But I mean, honestly, when Washita's been firing all cylinders from 3-point, from attacking the glass, and really getting to the hole. So honestly, if I was Southeastern's coach, I'd probably sit back into like a half court, mid court press, because it kind of negates the fact that they can just throw over the top. Washita's not really doing good transition.
I know both teams haven't been shooting very well. If you're Coach Nutt going into that locker room, what do you tell your players? I know it's not falling, but do they just keep shooting it? Do they not need to shoot as much? I guess if you're Coach Nutt, what would you tell your players?
I would also tell them just to be patient in your sets. I know one thing you can do is never rush, especially at a lead like this. You want to have good clock management. You want to be able to move the ball and get the best shot possible.
Any thoughts going into this second half? Last thoughts? You got any predictions as far as how the game's going to go from here on?
I honestly think Washita's going to keep doing what they're doing. They've been moving the ball really well and half-court sets, and ball press has been really amazing too. And I feel like they will continue to take control of this ball game and keep moving forward as they look towards a victory.
Well, thank you, Jalen, for joining me for this little halftime segment. We're going to go on break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching a Washita Sports Digital Network sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
What?
Are you aware that on average there are almost 10 texting and driving deaths each day?
No, that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, so don't do it. The text can wait.
Thanks.
Anytime. And now...
Remember, the text can wait.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And we're back here at Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita's starters back out on the court. The typical five: Sean Williams, Hobart Grayson, PJ Neal, Devin Franklin, and Reggie Martin. Franklin playing with 3 fouls right now, something that his team's really going to want to keep track of. Franklin, a dominant post presence, only got 9 minutes tonight. Meanwhile, for Southeastern, they're going to look to battle back from this 21-point halftime deficit here in the Great American Conference to move themselves up from second to last in the standings.
Yeah, I figured that Ouachita would come out with a little bit of a smaller, I guess, offense, you could say, with Devin Franklin being in foul trouble. I thought maybe Gavin Snyder would be out there or something like that, but it looks like they're just going to send Franklin out there and tell him to play a little bit of preservative.
And with Snyder and Neal being the 2 lead guards for this team, it's almost like you don't want to have too many cooks in the kitchen. And Neal being such a good point guard and able to distribute the ball to Grayson, it's difficult to have him and Snyder out at the same time. But Snyder, just a productive scorer and passer all around. He'll definitely get some minutes in this second half. Nice pass inside to Jalen Williams, and the hook shot no good, rolling around.
And we've seen that all night, a lot of misses from both teams.
Neal handoff to Martin. Devin Franklin. Ouachita passing it around. Off the screen, here's Williams. The drive, going to speed right past Gomez. Chucks it up behind his back and give him 2 shots at the line. He's 3 for 3 from there today. So let's see if he can get 2 more on the free throws here.
And Williams is leading the way for this Ouachita team, already at 13 in that first half. And a very quiet 13, I feel like. I think that's kind of how most of his games are. You look at the stat sheet, and all of a sudden he's your leading scorer.
And Williams, very athletic as well, alongside an already athletic Devin Franklin and Hobart Grayson and Reggie Martin. You've got a starting lineup for head coach Dennis Nutt that many would envy in Division II basketball. Williams 5th in the conference in points per game as he laces the first free throw. But on the season in the conference, like I said, 5th. And he's averaging just around 18.6 points per game. He knocks them both down and give him 15 for the contest. Halderson to Dickerson. Gomez. Southeastern passing it around. Briley gets him up in the air, and the layup no good. Give him 2 shots from the line. And Robert Briley, he's going to get 2 more shots from the line. Earlier today, he was 1 for 2 on his last trip to the stripe.
And I think coach for Southeastern kind of told them that they weren't going to try to shoot as many 3-point shots as they did in that first half. They were way beyond their average of 8.1 per game. They shot 14 in that first half, and they had some looks right there to shoot it and kept passing around and eventually got that foul call inside.
Briley clangs the first one off the front of the rim, hoping to get the second one to go. And second one is good. Robert Briley, 50% on the game from the charity stripe. And here's Hobart Grayson. He'll take the ball down the court. Neal looking for a teammate. You got it to Grayson. Shot clock at 15. Pass inside. Grayson backing down Gomez. And that's his signature shot, and give him 2 more from the mid-range.
He's deadly in the mid-range.
And while most of the analytics people would love to say that that mid-range shot has no value in today's game, Hobart Grayson knocking down those shots at a high clip, something that you really don't see too many players doing nowadays, as Dickerson misses that one. Here's Martin, up to Martin, and almost a battle for the lob. And now Hobart Grayson and Reggie Martin laughing at each other. And right there, that's just how this Ouachita team is. They can shrug those plays off, especially when you're leading by such a big margin. But still, Martin going for the lob and Hobart Grayson coming up right behind him.
Yeah, I wonder who that was intended for. I want to say it was intended for Grayson. We've seen that connection between the two quite a bit, but Martin looked like he wanted in on the action as well.
And that's the only thing. That's the only problem when you have such an athletic lineup. You don't know which player to throw the lob up to every time, as that shot is good for Halderson. Williams, Neal, the floater is good for P.J. Neal.
And it looks like Southeastern is scrambling on the defensive side, just not getting set up for their presses at all.
And P.J. Neal's going to steal it, but that's going to lead to an easy score for Southeastern. Way to use that effort play by Jalen Williams. Tigers passing it around. Reggie Martin to Sean Williams. Here's Grayson backing down Dickinson. There it is again, and that time no good. Devin Franklin, nice rebound. He wanted the dunk, but give him two anyway.
Very physical play there by Devin Franklin.
And every team needs a guy like that that'll go down into the paint and do the dirty work. And that time, he's gonna come out of the paint with 2 points.
And we see it so often, those offensive rebounds giving second chance opportunities, and Ouachita taking advantage of that.
Dickinson, pass over to Gomez. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Southeastern needs to get a shot up. Halderson, he falls to the ground, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Southeastern just scrambling right now. And Ouachita being the reason for that, their defense hounding the Savage Storm. There you see Hobart Grayson on the jump shot. He misses, but Devin Franklin just cleans it right up. And he decides to put it up and in. He wanted the dunk, but I mean, that's how Devin Franklin plays. He wants to play with as much power as possible.
And give the big man some credit down low.
And here's P.J. Neal. He's had himself a productive evening. 3 for 3 from the field with 6 points. Martin driving. The floater, no good. And the rebound goes to Halderson. He's going to pull up from deep, and that one's no good. The struggles from behind the arc continue for the Savage Storm. Sean Williams on the break. Handoff to Devin Franklin. And give him 2 and 1 more at the line. Wow! Devin Franklin gets it to go somehow.
What an acrobatic layup there from the big man down low.
And that's going to send us to a break, but first, before we do that, look at that. Just tosses it up. And just how his luck's been going tonight, he's going to get that one to go. And after that, we're going to send it to a quick break. But don't go anywhere here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
NCAA athletes don't just compete. They make history, representing our nation with pride and excellence. They bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network here at Bill Vining Arena. Devin Franklin coming alive for the Tigers right now. He's got Ouachita's last 4 points. First on that putback with the strength. And then here you see the nice handoff by Williams. Just tosses it up in the air. What touch and stability to be able to put that in the basket, falling to the floor.
Yeah, that's one of the best layups I've ever seen, to be honest. Very electric there. Devin Franklin, you usually don't see him score a lot. He kind of just plays his part in setting screens and getting rebounds, but here he is tonight with 7 now.
And going into the second half, many were worried about his foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls, but so far he's been pretty safe in that regard. He hasn't committed one in the first 4 minutes of this half. Briley sizing up Franklin. Wilkerson looking to get around Grayson. Shot clock starting to tick down. Jalen Williams on Martin, and it's a fast break. Martin pass to Snyder, and Reggie Martin tempers the storm and gets it to go on the inside. Ouachita just looking to make some highlight plays as Wilkerson can't get that one to go. And guys, here we go. Hooper Grayson skies for it and can't get it down. Man, I thought we had another one there.
I mean, you stood out of our chairs before the shot was even made.
Here's Gomez with the ball after the Hobart Grayson miss on the slam.
I wanted that real bad.
No good, and Southeastern just has been unable to get a good shot up. That last shot by Wilkerson just clanging off the rim, and then Gomez doing it there as well. Substitutions for Ouachita. MJ Leslie coming in for Reggie Martin, and then for Southeastern, Condiff, DJ Dill, and Chandler Dickinson all subbing in for the Savage Storm.
And it feels like Ouachita's really just taken away with this one with all these turnovers and steals that they've been getting as of lately.
And DJ Dill, he's going to knock down a three. That's a rare sight for the boys in blue. Snyder down the court, handoff to Franklin. And there's what he's wanted all night, and give him two more.
And the big man yet again.
And Dickinson knocks down the three. This lead for Ouachita still sitting high and mighty at 54-29. Snyder with the ball. He's got Sean Williams. Pass inside to Grayson. That one's batted away. Good defense by Wilkerson. Here's Halderson. Condiff with the three, and he knocks it down. Triples starting to fall now for the Savage Storm, who only made one in that first half.
And they're 2 for 3 in the second half.
Sean Williams on the break, and nice acrobatic play, and give him two more as well, as he's got 17 on the evening.
Real nice, Sean Williams, real nice.
Ouachita team at this point just looking to win with style. Grayson with the rebound. And now head coach Dennis Nutt just telling his team it's okay to slow down. You have a big lead at 24 points. There's no need to put yourself in danger's way. Pass inside to Franklin. He'll pull up from the elbow. And a good shot for him, just clangs it off the backside of the rim.
He's got 9 in the game so far.
The third leading scorer for the Tigers. Third leading scorer in the game as well. Dickinson, handoff to Condiff. That's a difficult three for him, and that one's off the left side of the rim. And Tigers changing things up a little bit. They have the lead. There's no need to put your players in harm's way. Grayson pass over to Williams. A little bit more methodical is the team from Bill Vining Arena. Grayson with the three, no good. Devin Franklin with the rebound. And Hobart Grayson, no good again. That's 2 in a row on the misses for him. Halderson, Southeastern, they're taking themselves on a little bit of a run as well. As right now, they've made a good bit of their last few shots, and there's another one for them. Condiff starting to get hot. He's made 2 of his last 3 shots from deep.
And it's starting to fall for Southeastern, but I'm afraid maybe a little bit too late.
Still 12 minutes left to play. It's still anyone's basketball game, but like you said, Ouachita, they have some momentum. Definitely don't want to get rid of it here, though. Williams, the drive inside, and the acrobatics, he does it again. Native of St. Louis, Missouri, has got up to 19 points, 5 for 8 from the field. And that three is no good. And on the break, here's Snyder. Sean Williams, he's going to square up from deep. And that's a tray for Sean Williams. He's got 22 tonight. And Ouachita, right as soon as Southeastern started to get themselves on a little run, Sean Williams silenced that quickly. And that'll be another media timeout. 11:20 left in this one, and Ouachita running away with it. They lead 61-34 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena, the stage of this Ouachita action tonight. You see the Snyder pass into a Franklin hammer on the inside. That's 2 dunks for him tonight. And then you also see the transfer from CSU Bakersfield, the razzle-dazzle in the paint. He gets the layup to go, and then just continuing to lead this team to victory tonight. You see the take on the inside, and the switch to the right hand after going up on the left side. And then finally, you're going to see that 3 from earlier. Just the confidence to take it right over Wilkerson, and he just nets that one.
And Sean Williams leading the way with 22 points in today's game. He's 6 for 9 from the field. I kind of give him a little bit of Kyrie Irving comparisons myself. I mean, I think he can handle it very well. He moves off ball very well, and those acrobatic layups scream Kyrie Irving to me.
You just don't see too much better ball control at the Division II level, and Sean Williams showing that tonight. Halderson, nice offensive rebound, and that one's no good. Ball bobbled around, but Snyder's going to take it, and the whistle is blown.
And I think we've seen from Coach Nutt later in this game, Ouachita slowing things down. I think that's for a reason. Like you said, you're trying to preserve your players, but I also think it could be waiting for later games whenever you can't be the more athletic team. When you can't run teams off the floor like they've done in today's game, you're going to have to run half-court sets and draw up plays, and I think that's why they're kind of been drawing up more plays recently.
Grayson, take on the inside over Dickinson. Give him the bucket on the inside. He's 6 for 16, and he's got 14. Halderson, nice lob inside to Dickinson, and he gets that one to go, and he'll take one more shot from the free throw stripe.
And they took Franklin out and replaced him with kind of a smaller Gavin Snyder down low, and it's really tough to switch on those screens like that, especially with a smaller defender down low. They're just going to take advantage of that every time.
And Ouachita usually good at switching, and Snyder, a guy that can still defend in the paint, showing a lot of shadows of a Marcus Smart is Gavin Snyder, but you know, they're just a much larger player, and Dickinson able to get the shot to go over him. Here's Belton on the inside, and Rollin Belton with the strength on the interior. The transfer from Marist College. He got his first 2 of the game. And Gavin Snyder, scary play there. Credit to Isaac Giles, member of the Ouachita football team, for saving him from hitting his head on one of those bars over there.
And Gavin Snyder always playing with a little bit of energy.
That's why you have to credit him to Marcus Smart, a guy that can play good defense, but I'd even credit him to Marcus Smart on a day where he's making his threes, because Smart, not typically known for that, as Dickinson's going to head to the line again for 2 more.
Not at all, and Gavin Snyder leading the way with 3-point percentage in the GAC. I'd love to see him put up some more shots. I know he's not really playing that role with this team, but I would think later on, he's only a sophomore, later on in years to come, I would think he might almost take over this Ouachita team.
And Snyder, graduate of Little Rock Central High School, and if you recognize that name, that's also where Ouachita Sports Digital Network alumnus Chris Gay is the commentator for. He knocks them both down. And Dickinson, he's the leading scorer for Southeastern tonight. He's got 8 after those 2 makes from the stripe. Snyder, nice pass to Grayson, and they're going to temper the full court press for now. Clock ticking just under 10 minutes. Ouachita still with rotational players in. Grayson, and he's going to take it to the rack. Fouled on the play. give him 2 shots at the line. Hobart Grayson, not too great of a performance from the stripe today. He's only made 1 of his 4 shots from there, hoping to get back on track here.
But something to note there, he's got 16 rebounds in today's game. He usually averages around 11 a game, so significantly higher than his normal. But a little bit of less points. You got to trade those 2 off, I guess.
And on the season, the record for most rebounds for a player, Grayson holds it right now, hoping to break it again tonight. He's going to take his second from the line here. And that one clangs off the backside of the rim. Rollin Belton on the rebound, and that's 2 for him.
And
Rollin Belton coming in, and now he's got 4.
And Ouachita continuing to dominate the rebound side of the game. They're at 38 after that one, compared to Southeastern's 24.
Nice floater that time by Halderson. They still trail by 28. Snyder, he's trapped in the corner. And way to get it to Grayson, and now the Tigers are running. He finds Leslie in the corner. Ouachita is going to slow it down now. Snyder looking on the inside. Nice spin move. And the shot that time no good.
And it looked like he broke his ankles on that one.
And Rollin Belton off the window. Sean Williams and Hobart Grayson just barely can't grasp it. And that, folks, was almost another highlight sequence for this Tiger squad.
Yeah, what a block there, almost resulting in a big alley-oop dunk by Grayson.
And Hobart, speaking of Hobart Grayson, with those 16 rebounds, he's now just 2 rebounds away from getting the high in the GAC, and that's another one off the glass for Belton. Tigers on the break. Here's Leslie, and they're going to slow it down, but Rollin Belton, he comes in, and he decides he's going to play some stout defense on the interior. Sean Williams to the rack, and there's 2. The finger roll for him, and now he's got 21.
And it all started with Belton's big block there.
This Tiger team just not taking their foot off the gas whatsoever. Flowers taking it to the rack. He wanted a little bit on the action. Belton no good on the hook shot, back the other way. And man, Grant, you would not think this Ouachita team leads by 32 right now based on the way that they're playing still. And the drive, he's going to lose it. Tigers on the break. Sean Williams decides, hey guys, let's slow it down just a little bit. I think we've loaded it on him just a little bit tonight.
Sean Williams does a very great job of handling the ball and slowing it down and speeding it up whenever he wants to.
And right there, speeds it up right at the right time, and the step back tray is good for him again. He's got 24 tonight. And the transfer from CSU Bakersfield showing why he was at the Division I level. And Belton, he wanted another one off the glass. And Rollin Belton didn't get the block there, but you see that shot from him, the native of Jonesboro, Louisiana, and then off the glass is the senior. And then one more for Belton. On the drive inside, decides, hey, let's put it off the window again. And with that, Belton's going to send us into our second to last break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And before that break, you saw Rollin Belton, but here's Sean Williams as well. He's the man with the plan tonight for Ouachita. He's got 24. 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 3 for 6 from 3, and 7 for 11 from the field. And Sean Williams, he can't do anything wrong on the court tonight.
Yeah, we usually see Grayson lead the way for this Ouachita team as far as points, but Sean Williams stepping up in tonight's game. We know they usually go back and forth between who leads the way, but Sean Williams has just been dominant so far, really feeling it.
And Williams down the court to Crew Flowers, and they're on the break. The lob up to Belton, and that's a nice block by Berzovic.
And I think Southeastern is starting to kind of know that the lob's going to come on any fast break.
Snyder up to Williams, and he almost got it there. This Tiger team, they want to make sure that they beat Southeastern, almost like they took that loss in Durant personally. Condiff on the three, and he knocks it down. His team, he hits the three to make the lead now 30 for the Tigers.
Yeah, like you said, I think they're coming with a little bit extra fire in today's game. Not sure what happened after the game whenever they lost at Southeastern's place, but they're not letting them win here at Bill Vining.
Here's Williams. Leslie thought about the three. He's got Snyder. He's going to take it. The quick trigger, no good off the backside of the rim. Snyder, this is his first time missing all his threes in a while, as that one is good for Condiff.
And miss a three, and Southeastern responding with one of their own.
And Belton trying to get it in. Spatted out of bounds by Gomez. Timeout for head coach Kelly Green. We'll stay here. Actually, that'll send us to a media timeout. So we will see you in just a little bit here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena, where head coach Dennis Nutt's team has made this place their theater, putting on a show tonight. They lead by 27. Condiff another three, and they're going to say he stepped on the sideline. That's a turnover for Southeastern, and Ouachita takes it back.
And Ouachita only had 39 points in that first half. Looks like things are starting to connect in the second half, already at 36 with 6 minutes to go.
And Martin not in an advantageous position in that corner. The lob down to Flowers, and they're going to say it was off the freshman. It'll go back the other way, but Reggie Martin, the dot on the pass, getting it to Flowers, just unable to procure it, is the freshman out of Fort Worth, Texas. Substitutions for Ouachita. Coming in is P.J. Neal and Hobart Grayson. Grayson's got 16 rebounds, just 2 away from the season record in the Great American Conference, set by him earlier this season.
And he's been dominant for this Ouachita team. Big piece in the puzzle.
And the three is good by Halderson. And now Southeastern have themselves a bit of a run. They're 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes. And Grayson just biting a little too early on that steal, allowing Halderson the open shot.
And shooting a little bit better from three-point land in the second half. They are 6 from 12 compared to their 1 for 14 in the first half.
Here's Leslie. He's got Flowers. Drive right side. And no good. Hobart Grayson gets the rebound over Gomez and puts it up and in. Just dominance from every aspect of this game for the boys in white.
Yeah, Ouachita is now at 43 rebounds compared to Southeastern's 26.
And the Tigers on the break. Here's Reggie Martin. And he loses it right to Flowers. And he finds Neal. Tigers still with the ball, able to temper troubles. Leslie with the three, no good. And Brzovic can't get it to go. Hobart Grayson, that's his 18th rebound of the evening. And folks, he's going for 20.
I'd love to see it. And he's just been very dominant, like you said, leading the way, or sorry, second in the GAC for points, leading the way in rebounds.
Neal driving down low. Pass out to Flowers. Shot clock ticking down. Tigers need to get a shot up. Neal the fader, and he laces that through. PJ Neal, he's got 8 tonight on 4 for 4 from the field.
Let him keep shooting it.
Halderson thought about the three. He'll drive on Grayson, and he rolls that one in. And that'll be a timeout for head coach Kelly Green. We'll stick here. Ouachita, they lead by 28 here. And we're going to send it to a break. Ouachita, they lead 79-53. 4:02 left in this one here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Hobart Grayson getting the putback there. He's got 18 rebounds tonight. That's tied for the most in the Great American Conference in a game this season. And then you see the shot clock ticking down. Reggie Neal able to get that shot to fall. And that's really been the story of the game for the Tigers in this second half, just running away with this one.
Yeah, very cold in that first half, but just like you said, PJ Neal 4 for 4 in today's game, and it just feels like it's really just starting to fall.
Southeastern playing the full court press. Sean Williams to pass it in. Hobart Grayson out of the game now, so can't pursue those 20 rebounds for now. Here's PJ Neal. Williams, he'll get the screen from Leslie. Martin, escorted by Brzovic. And the take is blocked off the glass. Halderson the other way. Southeastern looking to get past the defense. Here's Brzovic. And the shot over Flowers, nice block, but they're going to call the foul after the shot. Well, they'll call it on the shot. Brzovic will get his first 2 shots from the free throw stripe today. And so far, he's 0 for 2 from the field.
Yeah, a bit of a late call again. We've seen that earlier in the game. No, it really, I guess you could say, doesn't matter as much right now, but it's kind of one of those shots that the refs wait to see if it goes in. They don't call the foul. If they miss, and they'll send them to the line.
And Andrija Brzovic, the native of Zagreb, Croatia, the capital city, the Yugoslavian country. Second shot is up and good. Brzovic goes perfect from the stripe. Neal looking to get through the full court press. He's got a man in Martin down the court. And just over 3 minutes left in this one. Tigers will be content to dribble this one out as you see Ryan Harris, the hometown man himself, stepping up to sub in at the next break. Martin, he's going to pull up from deep, and that one clangs off the front of the rim.
And defensively, it looks like Southeastern is starting to kind of give a little full court trap. They were just doing man-to-man. Looks like a little bit of zone now.
Brzovic, hand off to Halderson. And Martin gets a hand in there. And Brzovic unable to get it to go. 6'8" is Brzovic. The tallest player on the court for Ouachita right now is 6'3" Sean Williams.
And I do think that is something that teams might take advantage of if we're talking about in the tournament or later on down the stretch. Not really having, I guess Devin Franklin is one of those guys that they have, but on a regular basis, all the way around the floor, don't really have a lot of height.
And Neal, that one's no good. That's his first missed shot of the game. And Sean Williams on the break. What's he going to do here? And the throwdown by Williams.
And the silencer, it looks like that's just putting a mark on already a big lead that Ouachita already had.
And you call a good three at the end of a close game a dagger. That right there, you call a death blow by Sean Williams. And multiple substitutions for the Tigers now coming in. Number 11, Caleb Caldwell. Number 0, Ryan Harris. And number 21, Devin Franklin. The three by Condiff. That one's no good. Harris with the rebound. Take it down the court, get it to Caldwell in the corner.
Oh.
And he can't get that one to fall. Still a minute and a half left in this one. And this is the fun part of the game. We'll see which players that don't get too many minutes will score tonight.
I think he just got a little too excited on that one coming off the bench. A little dead legs, probably hasn't shot the ball in a while.
Harris on the break to Flowers, and up and under the basket with the left hand is the native of Fort Worth, Texas. Flowers, that'll be his first score of the contest. Three by Condiff. Misses everything. And now under a minute in this one. Tigers will just be able to get up one more shot before they can claim this one in the win column tonight. Here's Caldwell. Screen by Harris. Shot clock ticking down. Tigers trying to get some of their bench guys a score. Caldwell takes it in. And he stepped on the line. 32.2 seconds left in this one. And this most likely will be the last full possession of the game. Halderson taking it down the court. His team trails by 28. And just what a complete performance for this Ouachita team today. Just getting it done in every facet of the game. And nice put up by DJ Dill, the native of Cato, Oklahoma. But a young Southeastern team just unable to take down this Ouachita squad with a lot of experience. And now Ouachita, with the lead firmly in hand, will take this one into their back here against East Central on Saturday.
And I think they had a little bit of fire coming into this game. We talked about it before. Ouachita losing at Southeastern's place and now winning in tonight's.
And what a difference half a season can make on a team. This Ouachita team starting off 0-3 in conference play. And now they're going to move to 8-5 in GAC play with the win here. 13-6 on the season. Meanwhile, the Savage Storm moved down to 4-9 in conference play, 6-13 on the season. In just a minute, we'll be joined by head coach Dennis Nutt, but an all-around complete performance by every facet of this Ouachita team. And the man of the night wearing the white is Sean Williams.
Yeah, he was dominant this far. And he's been dominant in other games, but especially in tonight's. I think Ouachita started off very cold in that first half, but really started to figure out in that second half for sure. We usually see Ouachita not being able to kind of finish games. We saw in that SAU game whenever it went to overtime, and they've lost both of their overtime games, but definitely finished in tonight's game.
Williams also finishing the leader in assists for his team with 5, also with 3 steals, is the native of St. Louis, Missouri. Meanwhile, Hobart Grayson, not as much in the scoring category for him, only 17, but I think he'll take the 18 rebounds, which ties his season record with a game that all around complete for him. Not too well shooting from the field, 17 for 18, but if I'm Hobart Grayson, I'll take the win and the 18 rebounds over a 30-point outing any day.
Oh, definitely. He plays his role for sure, and it really just depends on the game and depends on the team. This team kind of lacked on the rebounding side, only had 32 and to Ouachita's 46. Grayson contributing big time to that 46. And, I mean, he just really plays his role. I know he did score 17 points. We've seen more in the past, but Sean Williams stepping up on the scoring side.
And Ouachita now on a bit of a revenge tour. They took down Southeastern tonight after losing by 2 to them in Durant, and now they've got East Central up in 2 days. Quick turnaround. That's obviously looking like Coach Nutt started to take his players out towards the end, but they lost in Ada, Oklahoma against East Central earlier this season. Now with them coming to Bill Vining Arena, what do you expect from them on Saturday?
I mean, I expect the same thing as always. I think Ouachita is going to keep playing their game, keep playing fast, and really just out-athleticing. I know it's not a word, but out-athleticing other teams and other squads and just continuing to be dominant.
And as part of this weekend, you've got 2 basketball games for this men's and women's team respectively, but also make sure to tune in tomorrow from Pete Langston Field, where the Ouachita softball team will be suiting up for the first time this season. First game, they'll have UT Tyler, and then following right after that one, they will have Northeastern State. And so, with Coach Dennis Nutt joining us in just a little bit, Grant, what are your final remarks on this one?
I think Ouachita is starting to figure it out for sure. We've seen early on that they really didn't have all the pieces glued together, and it seems like it's all coming together right now.
And thank you so much, Grant, for being here with us. But now, welcoming in head coach Dennis Nutt after the big home win to get back on track. And Coach Nutt, congrats on the win in dramatic fashion for you guys, just absolutely taking the air out of the arena from Southeastern. Coach, was this any at all motivated by that 2-point loss in Durant earlier this season?
A little bit of that. I think we just our defense was really good. Now they kind of did us some favors first half. They were really cold, but you know, a lot of our guys did a pretty good job. We switched a lot, and we're pretty quick when we do that on the perimeter, and we contested their shots. So they kind of got off to a bad start shooting the basketball, and we stayed on them. Finally, you know, we took advantage of our halftime lead and just stayed on it.
And Coach, from a viewer's perspective, your team is fun to watch. They had plenty of fast break sequences. Is that something that you guys look to get, especially with so many athletic players?
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. You know, we're very fast in transition, and if you can get some good clean stops, which we did tonight, you know, we got a chance to be really good. We're dangerous when we're running like that. We got a lot of guys with speed, so we got to make a little bit better decisions at the end of them. Sometimes we get a little bit carried away, but you know, we'll take this win and hopefully get ready for Saturday.
And Coach, the 2 players that I feel like we're always talking about here, Hobart and Sean. Sean finishing with 26 tonight, and then Hobart also picking up 18 rebounds. That ties his season high. Just what did you see from them again tonight that was just able to help you guys take this win?
Well, I think it started with our defense. I thought Sean was really dialed in defensively. Hobart, when he switches out on a guard, you know, he can kind of stay in front of most guards. So that kind of gives us an advantage, and we did that part really well. And we just got to keep fighting. You know, teams may not be that cold, you know, on every given night, but our guys did a good job. They bought into it, but now it's, can we put 2 in a row in? You know, that's the thing that we got to really focus in. We've done pretty well on Thursday nights and not so well on Saturdays. So hopefully we'll get regrouped tomorrow, kind of get that one away from us, get it off our minds, and get ready to go Saturday.
And Coach, finally, what about Devin Franklin, a guy that coming into this year played very primarily on the perimeter, a guy that can shoot really well, but tonight was just a beast in the paint and gave you guys the post presence that you needed?
Yeah, he made some incredible finishes down here down low. I don't know how the ball went in. He was laying on his back most of the time, but he did a good job. I thought defensively he was dialed in. There's a couple rebounds I think that we just got to secure, but for the most part, you know, we did pretty well on that part. And yeah, Devin gives us another quickness, you know, at the front court as well. So proud of him, and he's getting better. And I thought Raleigh did a good job coming off the bench and being a presence, and that's kind of what we talked about with him, just being aggressive. You know, he got to be a shot blocker and be someone that can just really dominate the paint. And he's got it. You know, he just got to bring it out and bring that every night.
And Coach, now, as I always ask, looking towards the future, you're on a bit of a revenge tour now. You take down Southeastern in dominant fashion, and now you've got East Central, who beat you in Ada earlier this year. What are you guys going to be looking for against those Tigers?
You know, they shot the ball really well at their place, so we have to be ready for them. They got some guys that can score it. They got a little experience. They got a lot of guys back from last year, so we'll get ready tomorrow and watch the film and get ready to go.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and congrats on the win.
I appreciate it.
For all the viewers watching at home, thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast tonight. Y'all have a great evening. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow for some softball action.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Granick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.